Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of what are you worried about? What do I mean by that? Well, everybody has different kinds of worries, be it health problems, be it money problems, be it family problems, be it life problems, be it whatever you have a problem with. But the thing is that why worry so much? Life is pretty unpredictable and we never know. All we can do as human beings is do our best to be positive and to actually think about good things, do good things, and worrying about things that may or may not happen will probably not change much to the outcome of our life. The thing is that, for example, a lot of people, when I talk about things to them, they say, well, I'm worried that in my retirement age I will not have enough money. I worry that I cannot pay my bills. I worry that I don't know. But the thing is that in life, honestly, you have to kind of worry to a certain point because you need to prepare. You need to be able to prepare yourself for, okay, if you're worried about not having enough money for your retirement or having a pension, yes, it's probably in your better interest to save up for that every month from your early 20s to whenever you're going to retire so that you're going to have sort of fund. That's an ideal situation. But at the same time, if you're only worried about the retirement, well, what about the present moment now? Because even though a lot of people are going to live, hopefully, to an elderly age, we don't know. We don't know how long we're going to live on this earth. We don't know how long our time is. So if you're 20 and all you can think about, or even 30 or 40, and all you can think about is when you're going to retire, well, that's a long ways away. And you don't know what the state of the world is going to be at that time. So all you can do is prepare. But worrying about the fact that you won't have enough money is not going to make a big difference, because if you're already doing your best to accumulate the amount of cash that you want, or doing your best to get the jobs that can give you the 401k or the pension plan or whatever it is, then you're already doing what needs to be done in order to get to that point. And you worrying about what can or cannot happen in the future is kind of pointless because you're already doing it. So that's kind of what I mean. It's like you want to prepare for things, you want to expect certain things, but worrying about something most of the time is just going to shorten your life, and it's just going to make you upset. Because a lot of times I've noticed that in life, whatever the experience you're having, say you say you have a shitty day, or you're saying that you're having a good day, well, guess what? It's really according to what you feel that day should be. Because you might have had a bad experience. Let's say you went somewhere and you got mad at someone or something like that. Well, what's happening is that, yeah, you had a rough hour or a rough 30 minutes or a rough 2 hours, but does that make it a rough day? You know? Like that moment, once that moment's done, it's done. So you thinking about it and worrying about it is just making the moment now less good. And it is nice to think about good moments of the past because it makes the present moment happy, but thinking about sad moments of the past too much just makes one sad and makes someone depressed. And at some point, there's no point to that. There's no, I don't know, like, to me, I prefer to stay positive and to move on because otherwise you can easily get depressed. You can easily worry about things. And I mean, again, for me, there's a big difference between worrying about something and prepping for something. Because you're able to prep for stuff, like I said, retirement. Or if you should say you have sort of health condition or whatever it is, you can prep for it. But if, let's say, your muscles are hurting or you have back pain or whatever it is, then worrying about the fact that it might not heal, it's natural because we had that survival instinct. But at the same time, what steps are you taking in order not to have that pain anymore? Are you strengthening your back? Are you stretching? Are you actively changing your diet? Because I think I see most people complain about things, worry about things, but then they're not taking actions on them. And there's a very big difference between people who do things and people who talk about things. They've noticed that a lot of times people who talk a lot about things often will not do it. Like they're saying, for example, I'm going to do this trip. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to explore this place, etc., etc., etc. But usually people who talk about things a little too long, they're never going to do it, because then they're going to start worrying like, oh, wow, okay, well, my trip, okay, I'm going to go to this trip. It's going to cost me $3,000. It's going to be really expensive, and then I have to take 2 weeks off of work, and then, how am I going to deal with that? And then I'm going to be in a place that has like all these new people and a different language. I'm not going to be able to speak that language. What am I going to do? Etc., etc., etc. And that's a problem again, because you start worrying. So a lot of times it's better to just do. So if you have an idea, prep for it, but give yourself a goal. Set yourself a goal. Like say, hey, in a year time, this date, these are the dates, give 1 or 2 weeks or a month, and just do it. Just buy the ticket, figure it out. Because once you buy the ticket, once you are at that point where you have that ticket, then there's a sense of urgency. You have no choice, because you don't want to lose your money. And if you don't want to lose your money, well, then you gotta have your ticket. You gotta use your ticket. So you gotta prep for it. And then it's kind of like you kind of make things happen. It's like people don't make time for eating. Well, you do make time for eating. That's what I mean. Is that you might have a very busy day, but you're still going to eat, or you're still going to go to the toilet, or you're still going to say hello to your loved ones, because that's kind of how it is. You make the time that you want to make. So worrying about something so much that you're not ever going to do it is just going to make it happen. It's not going to change anything. What's actually going to do, it's going to make it worse, because you're never going to actually do it. You're just going to be stuck. And again, if you worry about retirement, if you worry about how the world will end and all that, it's cool, but you're worrying about something that hasn't happened yet. So what you want to do again is take steps in order to achieve that goal. So too much pollution? Well, let's take some steps in it. Let's not complain about it, because if you're just complaining about something, talking about something, but you're not taking action for it, then it's not going to change. So again, take action. Okay, I hope that my action little speech made sense. But once again, take action and don't worry so much, because if you're worrying and not taking the action, it'll never happen. Okay, have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.